I'd like to introduce you to architectural observability and how it can help you conquer microservices complexity and sprawl. One of the biggest challenges in microservices architecture is that its benefits come at a very high price, the price of complexity. The more microservices, the more complexity, and that complexity is very hard to get a handle on because of the rapid and frequent deployment of services. As the architecture drifts, the organization loses architectural visibility and control to the point that when making a change to a service, one does not know which services get impacted, leading to longer testing, thereby slowing the engineering velocity and impacting resiliency and scalability. So, do you want to onboard developers faster? Do you want to increase the reliability of your microservices? Architectural observability that enables microservices governance is the solution. This product helps conquer complexity in distributed apps using OpenTelemetry. The product has four main capabilities that support microservices governance. First, it visualizes and automatically documents the architecture and generates sequence diagrams for every flow in the system. Second, it allows the user to see how the architecture is drifting from release to release and see the impact that any change has on other services or resources in the system. Third, it is able to automatically identify complex flows like circular dependencies, a known anti-pattern, or multi-hop flows, both impacting resiliency and performance of the system. It is also able to identify potentially duplicate functionality and suggest merging services based on analyzing resource and other dependencies. This helps combat microservices sprawl. Fourth, because vFunction maintains the architectural model in real time, it allows the team to set specific architectural rules, thereby enabling the enforcement of architecture and being able to get alerts when such rules are violated. These may include data access governance as well as different service dependencies. All this value is created through on-prem installation while leveraging OpenTelemetry, thereby getting to value within minutes. Lastly, all these governance capabilities complement APM tools to reduce mean time to resolution. While APM tools focus on symptoms like outages or performance issues, architectural observability focuses on the underlying architectural issues that may lead down the road to performance issues. Architectural observability is essentially shifting left for resiliency, scalability, and engineering velocity. Let's see how these capabilities actually look in the product. Here is a visual representation of a distributed architecture, presented within minutes after installation. This is an exportable, automatically generated sequence diagram of flow in the system. vFunction generates these diagrams for all flows, enabling your developers to quickly onboard and understand complex systems. These are the architectural drift events vFunction alerts on once a base architecture is set, all the way from new domains or dependencies through merging services recommendations to violation of architectural rules. The resources report allows the user to see which services depend on which resources and vice versa, a super powerful capability to maintain microservices architectural integrity. Some of the complex flows the system identifies and generates sequence diagrams for our circular dependencies. For example, here we see the API call to the organization service and the organization service calling the measurement service in a loop of 431 times. This can be detrimental to a system and needs to be addressed. vFunction also surfaces multi-hop flows, for example, a flow of more than 3 hops. The architectural rules engine allows the user to determine rules about services or groups of services through tagging. It then validates whether these rules are met, and if not, it generates specific actions called to-dos in order to rectify the architectural violations. This is the list of to-dos generated by the system, which include a variety of architectural issues, architectural drifts, and rule violations. Each to-do has very specific description of the remediation action needed. To sum up, architectural drift is a major problem, not addressed by APMs, and that's why architectural observability complements these tools. It differs from APM tools in 4 dimensions. First, it understands the architecture, measures, and controls drift from release to release. Second, it provides comprehensive real-time documentation of your architecture and the different flows, so your microservices architectural diagram is always up to date. Third, it identifies architectural issues and creates tasks for remediation. And fourth, it allows you to implement architectural rules, thereby control microservices sprawl. vFunction is trusted by the world's largest organizations.